What's up, y'all, and welcome back to part 2 of Jensen's father. God, Jesus. Sorry I'm late on this video. I've been like really sick lately and pretty much on bed rest, so I haven't been making any videos. But I'm feeling a little bit better today. But anyway, so today's video, I'm going to be reading some of the stuff out of the Article 15 packet on me and Josh. I'm also going to try to answer some of y'all's questions that y'all left in the comments in part 1. And also want to thank y'all so much for all the positive comments. Actually, I was going to get some like hate comments, and I was like prepared myself for it. And I really didn't get any. I only got one on my baby shower video. But we're going to talk about that one later because that's fucking funny. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and answer y'all's questions real quick that y'all had. I only had like 4 questions pretty much. One question was, since you got discharged with a Chapter 8, do you still get benefits for school? Yes, since I was in for almost 4 years, I received 100% benefits for everything. VA, school, all that, because I got out with an honorable discharge. I was at first, like everyone knows from the Army Barbies channel, at first I was getting chaptered out with a chapter, I believe it's called 13, and that's for a PT failure because I failed 2 PT tests, which, hey, shit happens. So, oh well. No, I was not getting chaptered out for overweight. I don't know who thinks they know me, but you don't. I was getting, yeah, I've only been overweight one time in the Army, and that was like, what, like 2 pounds, I think? Yeah, I think it was like 2 pounds, and then I got off of it the next month, so that was not why I was getting chaptered out. But at first, I was getting out with Chapter 13, which took, it was like taking like over a year, and I was like, what the hell? So then my NCO went and talked to my first sergeant at the time, and then come to find out, they lost some of the paperwork. So they couldn't chapter me. I was like, well, why didn't anyone tell me? So then I was scheduled for a PT test, what was it? August 5th. But then I found out I was pregnant July 27th. Told the chain of command on July 28th. So, yeah. Then I was getting chaptered out with the 1412 Bravo, which is misconduct, which is for the fraternization and adultery with Josh. So then I was getting chaptered out with that. And then once I realized, or I was asking questions, I was like, yo, why ain't he in trouble? Like, he still got his rank. He still got all this. Like, even after the Article 15, like, he still had his rank and all this. And I was like, this isn't fair. So whenever I went to the, what is it called? I don't know what it's called. But it's where you go, you get your Article 15 packets. I can't remember what it's called right now. Oh, Trial Defense Service. There you go. They told me that with the chapter I was getting, which was general under honorable discharge, that I would receive 100% benefits with everything, but I would lose school benefits. Once I heard that, I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, I'm going to school. Y'all motherfuckers going to pay for this. I was like, I've done put my own money into this, which when in the Army, you don't have really a choice. Like the first year, you pay into your Montgomery GI Bill. I was like, I done put $1,200, no, not $1,200, $12,000 into my Montgomery GI Bill out of my own paycheck. I was like, and y'all gonna take that from me? I was like, because of this? I was like, So then I started going at the chain of command, and I was like, we need to do something. I was like, this isn't fair. I was like, why is he gonna stay in? I'm getting kicked out, and I'm losing school benefits. I was like, no, this is not right. So then I went and talked to my lieutenant colonel about it, and he was like, he was very understanding and, everything about it. And then I was like, I just, just told him how I felt. I was like, no, I don't think this is fair. I was like, I'm losing school benefits. I was like, now I can't go to school. I was like, what am I going to do? And then he was like, well, were you ever offered the Chapter 8? And I was like, when I got counseled for my pregnancy, Captain Kelly told me that I wasn't eligible for the chapter 8 because I was already having another chapter going through. And he was like, well, let me talk to the brigade colonel and see if we can get it switched over to a chapter 8. Let me just say, my adultery chapter was already completed. We were just waiting for a separation date. So, yes, I did very much luck out. I lucked out very much with getting the chapter 8. So, with the chapter 8, yes, I get my school benefits. It's an honorable discharge. I receive 100%, sorry, I'm still a little sick. 100% benefits for everything. School, VA, etc. So, I was good on that part. Second question was, did I get my TRICARE situation figured out? No, I didn't. I actually went and got another health insurance. I actually just got the letter in yesterday about it. I have to go down to the VA office down here to make sure I don't qualify for any benefits, and if I do, I just have to relinquish them so that I can get this university healthcare insurance that I'm working on right now, which I gotta do that Monday. Second question was, are you going to put him on child support? Yes. Yes, I am. I got all the information I need on him. I've already went down to the child support office here in Safford, and I asked them, I was like, I just need the paperwork for it. At first, they weren't going to give me the paperwork, and I was like, look, I'm in this kind of situation. He's in the military, all this kind of stuff. Oh! Yo, okay, before I go into that, let me tell y'all something. So, I received like four text messages about Josh. And let me just put this out there. I don't go and ask for information on him. I don't even ask, anyone, oh, what was he doing today? What's going on? What's being said about me? I honestly just don't care. I don't care. I'm worried about me, myself, and my son. But I received like 4 text messages saying that he's been demoted to a specialist. And at first I was like, oh shit! That's what you get, motherfucker. And then I was like, but wait, how are they, demoting him when they don't have a DNA test? Because from my understanding and from what I've been being told, when we got the Article 15, we both got 180 days of pretty much like probation, but we're in punishment phase. And anytime we mess up during the punishment phase, we can get, in trouble. Like with mine, it was, I would get reduced to an E1. I didn't have to forfeit any pay, but I had 45 days extra duty, which you don't have to forfeit pay. Yeah, I'm going to have to forfeit pay because you're dropping me from like 2,000 to 1,000 and something. But, so you have 180 days, and it ends April 27th of this year. So it's still not ended yet, but it ended for me because I'm out of the Army, so fuck y'all. But apparently, from what I'm being told, this is just what I'm being told. I didn't ask anybody. I just got text messages about it. He got demoted to a specialist for being disrespectful to an NCO, a higher NCO. So he probably got counseled, which means, hey, you violated your punishment phase. Colonel Smith gonna demote your ass, and I guess he did. But I don't know. I haven't really spoke to anyone in the Army about anything that's going on. All I know is they are waiting for a DNA result and stuff like that. I know once I get a court date, I'm supposed to contact them, which is Captain Kelly doesn't leave. She told me she doesn't leave until May, and I have her phone number. So I need to contact her once there's a court date so that they make sure that he goes. But apparently, from what I'm also being told, he's getting kicked out. I don't know if it's for the RSP because he's been a specialist for so long or what's going on, but I hear he's only got like 90 days left in the Army. I'm not 100% positive about it, but He's getting kicked out from what I'm being told. He's a specialist now. So it's now Specialist Moats. So we're going to refer him as Specialist Moats. So, sorry. Karma's a bitch. You just got served. But anyway, yes, I am going to be putting him on child support. I have all the information I need. But I went down there and I asked for the paperwork. She didn't want to give it to me at first. She's like, how old was the child? I was like, the child ain't born yet. The child's right here. And she's like, well, we really don't do this. I was like, well, I'm only asking for the application. I was like, I'm not asking, to go ahead and start a process. I was like, I just want the application so I can go ahead and start filling out with the information that I already have right now. Oh, shit. No, you can't do that. This kid's shit. Ah! He threw like some toy up here. I don't know. It's your toy. Take that. Oh, that's good shit out of me. Anyway, so I have the application. It's like 4 bundles. Like, do I have it up here? I don't think I do. No. But anyway, it's like 4 different packets. And Nar, go away. And who's all messaging me? Oh, that's Tabitha. Hey girl. So I received all 4 packages, and like one is for like paternity test, because I told her, I was like, he's denying everything. I was like, I don't think he's going to consent to a DNA test. I said, how do I go and get a court order DNA test? And she was telling me, she was like, when you go to take him for child support, she's like, if he doesn't want to pay child support, she's like, then he's got to show he's not the father, which includes a DNA test. She's like, so no matter what, he's going to get a DNA test. She's like, but if you want, you can do a court order DNA test. I was like, yeah, I still want to do that. That is going on with that. I got my application. All I need to do is wait till he's born, get his birth certificate and his social security card, and then I can go back down to the office, and then she'll look at all the paperwork, and then we can do his court date. So, yep, I am taking him to court. So, yeah, and I'm going to get a paternity test done and a DNA test done. So, yeah. Last question was, what is your P.O. box? Yes, I made a P.O. box. I know y'all been asking about it. I have one. It's in the description bar along with other information. I actually have views for that description bar now. But I went out and got a P.O. box. So my P.O. box is in the bottom. If y'all want to send letters, I'll read y'all's letters on here and stuff like that, like Jasmine does. And yeah. So that is the question side. So I am done with questions. Oh shit. So let's get on to what was said in the article, and some of the funny shit that he said in here. So okay, so we're just gonna start out with like the basics. It says like facts. PFC Marlena Smith discovered that she was pregnant on July 27th, 2016. She had claimed that Sergeant Joshua Moats, a married NCO in the same company as herself, is a father, and that the two had a short-term relationship. Sergeant Joshua Moats denies having an intimate relationship with PFC Smith and claims that he has been diagnosed as being sterile. He is currently married to Brittany Moats, and the two have never been legally separated or divorced. Sergeant Moats and PFC Smith, along in the same company, are not in the same chain of command, because I was in staff, he was in the motor pool. PFC Smith and Sergeant Moats both were read their rights and waived their rights. Both were questioned. However, Sergeant Moats refused to complete a sworn statement. He answered questions verbally, and detailed were complied into a memorandum. I'll tell y'all why he didn't do a sworn statement. The findings and recommendation. Sergeant Moats is currently married to Brittany Moats. They live together in Cadiz, Kentucky, and have no children. Because this is his first job, bitch. They have never been legally separated or divorced. According to Sergeant Moats, they have never had any relation. There was never any relationship between him and PFC Smith other than necessary work-related interactions. Remember that part. Sergeant Moats was diagnosed as sterile by a doctor at Fort Hood in 2013. That is his rhabdomyosis that he was telling me about. Sergeant Moats was informed of the accusations made against him on August 25th, 2016. that's when a friend of mine went and said something to the chain command. I think like was it 2 days before that, and that's when the whole investigation started. And I admitted, and I told them, I was like, you know, because they came and asked me, they were like, "Are Sergeant Most the father of your child?" And I was like, "Shit, yeah." I'm not about to lie. I was like, "Yeah." So that's when they started doing the whole investigation. Sergeant Most was informed. Did I read that part? He said his initial reaction was to laugh at the exact accusations because he believed it could not be possible. How can it not be possible? You slept with me, you know it, get over it. He said he believes his name was thrown out as a form of retaliation of some sort. Motherfucker, I don't know what the fuck. He also questioned. This is what pissed me off. This is what pissed me off when I read this. He also questions PFC Smith's behavioral health and states he knew she had been seen at behavioral health for allegedly becoming too possessive of her ex-boyfriend's child. PFC Smith's ex-boyfriend, Specialist Carrera, was a former soldier of Sergeant Moats, my ex-boyfriend Steven. Specialist Carrera was said to now have a restraining order against PFC Smith. I talked to Steven. He said he was never questioned about anything, so I don't know why that's in there. And he don't have no restraining order on me. Like, there's never been a restraining order. There's no contact order because I punched a motherfucker in the face for cheating on me. But there's no restraining order. And also, he was like, I was like, being too possessive of his child. Motherfucker would call me to come babysit his kid while he go out to the bar. Like, you don't know shit. That had me laughing, y'all. And plus, you don't know why I was in behavioral health. That's a whole nother story time. But let's just say there's abuse involved of why I was in behavioral health. Some childhood abuse and other shit. Like my ex-husband shit. Like, that's why I was in behavioral health. Not because of my ex-boyfriend's kid and our breakup. No. During the time frame that PFC Smith became pregnant, Sergeant Moats claimed this was not possible. He said that his wife had left the state temporarily to visit family. From what he told me, she's in Oklahoma. Apparently her dad's got cancer or something. But this was like after, which is sad, by the way, and I do feel sorry for her dad. He told me that, you know, after she went to jail, that's where she was at, in Oklahoma. And apparently him and another NCO would call her up and she just didn't want to talk and fight, and he didn't know what to do. Oh well. However, he did not leave his home other than to travel to work. He said that he was pretty much broke during that time and did not even have enough money to purchase gas for his car. Duh, motherfucker, I was driving to your house. Like, I was driving all the way to Katie's. So, try again. He claims their last interaction was August 18, 2016, when Sergeant Most was pulling CQ duty and PFC Smith covered for the duty for another soldier. He said his interaction was minimal and duty related. So, with that right there, my friend Williams, it was Jasmine's ex-roommate Williams, the Jamaican girl. She, her son was coming in from New York or something, somewhere from wherever, and she wanted to spend time with her son, but she had CQ. So she was going around asking everybody to do her to see if anyone would cover her CQ shift, and then she'd pay $80 for it. I was like, okay. I said, yeah, I'll do it. I was like, wait, who's the NCO? And then she said Sergeant Moats, and I was like, oh shit, he already know he baby daddy. Let's see if he'll talk to me about this shit, because he ain't talked to me. No, he didn't even talk to me. According to PFC Smith, she was in her barracks room in June of 2016 when she allegedly received a text message from Sergeant Moats, who she claimed was on duty at the barracks CQ at Building 7933. It was around 0200, and Sergeant Moats asked if he could take a nap on the extra bed that was in PFC Smith's room. She did not have a roommate at the time, and Sergeant Moats said that the couch at the barracks was too short for him to lay on. PFC Smith said that would be okay. PFC Smith gave Sergeant Moats a blanket and pillow, and she continued to stay awake and do her laundry. Remember, like I said in part 1, I was like, okay, I ain't going to sleep with him in here. I was going to do everything I can to stay awake, clean, do laundry, whatever. Where's that? She received another message from Sergeant Moats that said he was cold in the room. He then came outside to the kitchen area and proceeded to wrap his arms around PFC Smith, asking her to come to bed and lay next to him. She did, and said that she faced away from him. This was like 20 minutes after he did the whole wraparound arms with me, that I finally was like, okay, I'm super tired. I'm just going to go lay in bed, lay on the other side. She then said he began to massage her back and neck and that he really wanted to have sex with her. At the time, PFC Smith had recently broke up with her boyfriend, and Sergeant Moats was his previous NCOIC. PFC Smith said okay, and they had sex that night. The following Tuesday, was it Tuesday? Yeah, because he was on CQ on Sunday. He left Monday, and on Tuesday he messaged me to come to his house. That's when I found out where he lived and stuff. Sergeant Moats invited PFC Smith to his home in Case, Kentucky. That was the day PFC Smith allegedly found out that Sergeant Moats was married. That's not true. I already knew he was married. I don't know why they put that in there, but that's not true. I already knew he was married. She said his wife was not home, that she was in Oklahoma. He told her that his wife had previously been in jail for coming after him with a knife. I don't know if I already told y'all that story in part 1. He also told PFC Smith he thought his wife was sleeping around. PFC Smith and Sergeant Moats continued their relationship until July 4, 2016. They had sex a total of 6 times, according to PFC Smith. It's actually 7. I don't know why they put 6. On July 4th, Sergeant Moats was on CQ again, and they had sex in the barracks. That was the last time because Sergeant Moats told PFC Smith his wife would be returning, and they agreed to end things. Yep, we did. PFC Smith noticed she was 2 weeks late on her period and took 2 pregnancy tests, which came back positive. Oh, here's the picture of my pregnancy test, by the way. She claimed that Sergeant Moats was the only person she was sleeping with. Duh, because I ain't no whore. Her last partner was her ex-boyfriend over a year ago. Was that right or no? There's some stuff in here that wasn't right. But I don't think it was a year ago. I can't go a year without sex. I think Woodland was my last before him. Or David. Is there Woodland or David? When she informed Sergeant Moats over text message, he seemed initially happy at first due to the fact that he was told by a doctor that he would not be able to have children. However, he then wrote to PFC Smith, well, we can't keep it. We both have our careers. So I'm not pissed, bummed out though. When PFC Smith decided not to terminate her pregnancy, he then blocked her phone number and from Facebook. Yeah, motherfucker knew he was about to get caught. Exhibit A, which shows text messages, conversations between the two subjects, finding and shows Sergeant Moats and PFC Smith had an intimate relationship. There is no proof that Sergeant Moats is the father of her unborn child. However, the messages suggest that there was at one time an inappropriate and unprofessional relationship between the two. In order to commit adultery, a soldier must have had sexual intercourse with someone. Second, the soldier was married to someone at the time, or their sexual partner was married to someone at the time. And third, the conduct of the soldier was to prejudice of good order and discipline in the armed forces. In this instant, Sergeant Moats was never legally separated from his wife, so the possible of this being separation bears no weight on what occurred. And then that's when she recommended us getting that shit. Okay, so I'm gonna go and bring up the text messages that I had that they took from me from Facebook. let me just say this. So, I'm gonna put this out there. Oh, shit, sorry. So if any of y'all were on my baby shower video and seen the comment from Whistleblower, they thought that these messages I created are fake. They thought I created some fake messages, and I'm like, the fuck? You don't know shit, Whistleblower. Let me just put that out there. A lot of people think it's the wife. I'm not sure if it's the wife. I thought it was the wife. They're saying it's not the wife. I'm thinking it's probably some guy named Andrew or someone close to the family. So I don't know who you are, Whistleblower, but you can go fuck yourself because you don't know shit. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and read y'all the text messages from what we said. Let me just do it like this if I can. I'm in black, he's in white. And I wrote, hey, are you on CQ? And he said, yep, unfortunately. I said, do you mind unlocking the building, say 933 for me, please, so I can get the rest of my wall art down. And I think I left my cupcake pan so I can make cupcakes today. I got most of it out Friday when Sergeant Santos unlocked it, but it will only take me like 10 minutes. Yeah, I have to wait till Duran gets back. I will let you know. I have to go get the key from the brigade, but yeah, as soon as she gets back. He's like, cupcakes. And I said, haha, thanks. And I'll bring y'all some once they're made, which I did. And he says, woohoo. I said, oh my. And then he texts me back saying, Duran is on her way. I said, okay. Then he was like, going to get the key now. What room number? Shit. These mixed up? I guess I'm missing a page. Or they're missing a page. Anyway, so I told him it was like 138. He says, okay, I'm on the way. I guess where this starts off again, I told him, I said, we need to talk. And this was July. Yeah, whenever I found out I was pregnant. He says, what's up? Haven't got a chance to fix your truck yet. No, this was July 26th. This was the day before I took the pregnancy test. I said, no, it's not about my truck. I said, are you 100% sure you cannot get anyone pregnant, right? Because I'm freaking out just a bit because I'm like a week late. If I am, I will take care of it. Just giving you a heads up. Don't worry, no one will ever know. But that is only if I am. So don't go freaking out right now. He put, LOL, okay, yeah, I'm positive, been tested and everything. And I will fix your truck eventually, LOL. Motherfucker, I ain't worried about the damn truck, I'm worried about me being pregnant. Okay, thanks, haha. Not really worried about the truck, we don't ever use it. I don't even know why we have that damn thing. But anyway, just got a little worried when I was late. It may just be stress. I just wanted to let you know what was going on, just in case anything actually happened. Thanks again for your help. No problem. Yeah, PCSing. We'll do that. Thank you. Because I was going to Korea. And I was like, you have no idea. I have 6 months left, but I feel like I have no time at all. Getting everything situated and getting appointments set up and getting a travel card, I literally feel like I have no time. I'll be clearing post in December and driving and flying to Arizona out from there. Then I changed the color to green, kind of like green. On July 27th at 10:42 p.m., after I done took the test, I was leaving Walmart. And I just literally got the phone with my mom. And I was like, yep, we have a problem. I said, looks like your test results were not so positive because mine is. And I was like, yep, most def. I said, so I really need to talk to you about this. So then I sent him the picture of the test results. He was like, so is that positive? Not sure if I'm reading it right. Because I only see one thick blue line. I was like, yes, it's positive. I thought the same thing, but I have a doctor's appointment at 10 with Major Moore with my foot, but I'm going to get a blood work done too to make absolute sure. Don't worry, I told First Sergeant I didn't know who the father was, so just stay cool and let me figure out what I'm going to do. That was with, who was the First Sergeant at the time? First Sergeant Allen. Yeah, because she was like, She's like, oh, well, did you tell the father? And I told her, I was like, I don't know who the father is. Because, motherfucker, I ain't about to tell my first aunt, oh, yeah, Sergeant Mo's going to be pregnant. And I ain't going to be doing all that shit. I am always cool, LOL. Okay, what did you do to your foot? And I thought you said you were on birth control, too. And I was like, laughed my ass off. I got drunk at Nashville one night and was so drunk and stupid and walked Broadway barefooted and got glass or something in my foot. It's been there ever since and it's starting to get infected. He was like, ew. I was like, I was talking about birth control because I was on Trinessa. Don't ever fucking take that shit. That's why I was pissed off and going to ask my doctor why I got pregnant with someone who's not supposed to have kids and with me on birth control. I said, right now I'm really stressed and I'm trying to stay calm. He said, right, what are the odds? I was like, well, trust me, I'm as pissed off as you are right now. This is where this gets me. I'm really not pissed. I was told I cannot have kids. So that kind of makes me happy. And I was like, how? I had sex with a married NCO. What am I supposed to do? That's when he says, well, we can't keep it. We both have our careers. So I'm not pissed. Bummed out, though. You gonna tell me I can't keep this? This is my body, not yours. I wasn't gonna tell him that, though. And I was just like, right? I said, he said, but thank you. I said, for what? For everything. I said, what did I do? Being cool, letting me know. I think I'm going to get retested. Kind of curious now. I said, well, I didn't want to lie to you about it and thought you should know what is going on since, hey, this is your child. He's like, LOL. And I was like, curious about what? To see if I'm still sterile. I said, looks like you're not. Sorry. He said, LOL. I said, LOL. He said, you're good. I was like, at least you're cheering me up, and I really need that right now. He's like, LOL, good. But let me know how things go. I have to get back to work. I was like, well, I'm about to head out and go to my doctor's appointment. I will let you know what they say. Sounds good. Bye. Drive safe later. And then on July 28th at 12:04 p.m., I wrote him back. I said, hey, so they started me on prenatal vitamins, and I have to go to the OBGYN and get seen there and also get this brace for my foot. I'll let you know anything else at the OBGYN. And I said, these fucking prenatals are huge and they look like horse pills. And then at 4:48 p.m., I messaged him back saying, so I can't get seen for the OBGYN until August 15th, but I am on a pregnancy profile. He's like, what is an OBGYN? Obviously, he didn't know what an OBGYN is because he ain't got no kids. So I was like, where I go and get a doctor who does all my pregnancy and ultrasounds and delivery and junk. Ah, I see. Well, at least you get out of PT. Sorry for all the inconvenience. Hey, I'm driving home. We will talk more tomorrow during work. I was like, nah, you're good. And haha, funny. No, I get put in pregnancy PT. He says, don't want my wife finding these messages. I was like, okay, then we would be screwed. Text you tomorrow. Try and have a good night. I was like, you too. Night, Marley. Night, Joshua. LOL. And then, yeah. That was something about the truck. Yeah, I had to go check on our vehicles for the field. So those were the messages from Facebook, and that was also in the thing. Sorry, I got my phone like literally bouncing on candles right now. Okay, so then next we're going to go into the verbal conversation with Sergeant Moats. And then it states in the purpose of this memorandum is to discuss facts and details on a verbal face-to-face conversation between myself, which was the officer who is investigating us, which me and her were really cool. So I was like, yeah, I'm glad you're an officer. Sergeant Moats waived his rights and talked to me for approximately 1 hour. His wife, Brittany, was a witness. That's why he didn't do no sworn statement, because his wife was there. He brought his fucking wife, or knowing her, she probably came. When it became time for him to sign his sworn statement, he declined and that he would wait to have legal advice prior to completing his sworn statement. He still never did one. I asked Ramos to tell me his side of the story in regards to the allegations made against him. He told me that he was informed of these allegations Thursday, August 25th, 2016, when his platoon sergeant told him that the first sergeant needed to see him following formation. Sergeant Mo said that his initial reaction was to laugh because he didn't know the girl. How the fuck you don't know me and I'm your S1 clerk? Like, really? Not this lighting here. Hold on. Much better. But how do you not know me? I'm your S1 clerk. Dumbass. You didn't know the girl. Yeah, you did. And he is unable to have children because he was diagnosed in 2013 at Fort Hood by a doctor as being sterile. He said he had scheduled a test for this upcoming Friday, September 9th, 2016. Oh, that's when you're caught in a lie, because the text messages even say, I'm going to go make an appointment to see if I'm still sterile. He didn't find out till August 25th that he was allegedly the father of my child, but already had an appointment. Caught you in a lie right there. In order to see if anything has changed since he was diagnosed. He said that he and his wife had been trying to have children for 5 years and have been unsuccessful. A lot of people think she has her tubes tied. In regards to having a relationship with PFC Smith, Sergeant Mose denies any relationship other than necessary work-related interactions. Caught you in a lie there. Didn't know the girl, but other than necessary work-related interactions. Motherfucker, what the fuck? Sergeant Mose said that PFC Smith's ex-boyfriend, Specialist Carrera, who is no longer in the battalion, was a former soldier of his. He explained that Specialist Carrera had a child from a previous relationship, and that PFC Smith became extremely possessive of the child to the point where Specialist Carrera got a restraining order, and PFC Smith started to see a doctor at Behavioral Health. That's not true. Sergeant Mose feels that her behavior is almost to the point of being a stalker, due to the fact that he has been told she has sent Snapchat pictures of him. I ain't gonna send Snapchat pictures of you. What the fuck? And although she's on a no contact order, she walks through the motor pool near his desk in order to attend Bible study. How else am I gonna get a Bible study? And plus, I had friends with me. I was never alone. Sergeant Mose claims that it would have been impossible to have a relationship with PFC Smith due to the fact that she lives in the barracks and he lives in Cadiz, Kentucky. Duh, because I was driving to Cadiz. He said that his wife was away temporarily in Oklahoma due to the fact that she had an ill family member, but during that time they were broke and could hardly afford to put gas in his car. Sergeant Mose denies talking to PFC Smith over a conversation at the S1 shop for his paperwork. He did, however, mention being on CQ during rosters frequently. Notably, on the 4th of July, he mentioned having duty on August 18, 2016, with PFC Williams, and then PFC Smith showed up to cover the other soldier on the duty. Despite this, Sergeant Mose claims the two do not speak except for minimal duty-related conversation. And then Lieutenant Rogers. Here was my waiver to do a sworn statement. See, adultery or fraternization. And then I did my sworn statement. I wrote in the sworn statement, she had questions for me, so I was answering them. I said, I found out I was pregnant on July 27, 2016, when I had noticed I was 2 weeks late on my period. I took 2 pregnancy tests and both came back positive. Number 2, Sergeant Mose was the only person I was sleeping with the whole month of June. I got pregnant on June 26, 2016. That's from what my doctor told me. I was like really fertile and sterile, and I had sex with him twice that day. Me and Sergeant Mose had sex twice that day. There you go. Sergeant Mose was on CQ in building 7933 and had messaged me asking me if he could sleep in my spare bedroom because he could not fit in the couch CQ area because he was too tall. He came and tried to sleep but kept messaging me to come cuddle with him. I was not at first because I was scared until he got out of bed and came into the kitchen area and put his arms around me telling me to come to bed with him. I finally did and had turned my back away from him, and that's when he started to rub his hands on my body while telling me he wanted to sleep with me. At first, I didn't want to, but he didn't stop asking me, so I finally did. After that night, we had sex 6 more times at his house. See, that's where I was like, we had a total of 7 times. It's not 6. I think she got messed up. I said after that night, we had 6 more times. I really didn't see it as a relationship, just someone I was having sex with a sex fling with every now and again. Let me just put that out there. I've never wanted a relationship with him. I still don't want a relationship with him. So, no. Question number 5, she asked me if I told anybody else about it. I said I told my mom about it. Question 6, it says yes, and she asked me if I knew he was married, and I put yes. 7, I messaged him a couple of days before and asked him if he was 100% positive he couldn't get me pregnant because he has some kind of muscle disease that makes him sterile. He said he was 100% sure because he had been tested for it. I still wasn't positive, so I went to Walmart a couple of days later and took 2 pregnancy tests. And when they were both positive, I took a picture of it and sent it to him. She asked me what his initial reaction was. I said he was happy but bummed out at the same time because he told me he could not have kids and he could, but that we couldn't keep it due to our careers. And I put yes, message him on Facebook. No following questions. Or no following, whatever. So then this was his waiving rights. And you can see that Brittany was a witness. So that is why they, probably why he didn't do the sworn statement. But that is all the paperwork I have on that. So yeah, some of this shit is really, really funny. And I was like, it's fucking stupid. But, so currently right now, I am 37 weeks pregnant. He's very active. I've tried contacting Josh, 3 times since I've been out of the Army. I think from whenever he, blocked me off Facebook and then unblocked me, and when I send him a message, it comes as a message request now. I don't think he's seen it because it doesn't show the full color encircled with a check mark. It's just a regular circle with a regular check mark. It's not colored in. So he hasn't seen it yet. I also sent him a picture of the a picture of Jensen of the ultrasound I have of him. And then after the whole whistleblower comment thing, for any of y'all that didn't see the comment, it's been deleted. I don't know. I didn't delete it. I think Facebook did. I guess people were flagging it or something like that. Because my sister, she texted me and told me she flagged it. And then when I went back on there, I seen it was gone. But I initially thought it was his wife at first, but I'm not 100% sure who it was. But it was someone pretty much calling me a liar, saying that he wanted a DNA test when it all came out. If he wanted a DNA test, I wouldn't have done it. But no, he'd never asked for that, so you don't know shit. I'm pretty much waiting for Jensen to be born right now. I gotta get his birth certificate and his social security card, and then we go to court. A lot of people, a lot of y'all been saying that, you know, once he sees that he is the father, which obviously he's gonna be the father. I mean, there's nobody else. There's literally no one else who can be the father. You know, maybe that he'll come around or something like that. I honestly don't think so. A former friend of his that used to work with him says the same thing, so I don't really know. A lot of y'all say whenever he sees Jensen that he'll probably want to be in his life. You know, I honestly just don't know. I mean, if Josh wants to be in Jensen's life, I honestly have no problem with it. The only problem I have is that I would like it to be under my supervision. I mean, this is my son. I'm very protective over him. Even though he is not even born yet, I'm still very protective of my son. And I'm going to do everything I can to protect him. I don't want him around Brittany because of the fact that I've been told by numerous people that she doesn't have custody of her son. I've seen in, paperwork that I've done on Josh when I was the S1 clerk that he doesn't have any children in his paperwork, which means she doesn't have custody, so he can't put her son in Deers. I'm being told that she doesn't have custody of him due to drugs, and that is a big red flag for me. I'm also being told that he smokes weed and stuff. He just has never been caught for it. So I'm really scared about, letting him like take him or, stuff like that because of the whole drug issue. I don't want my son around drugs. So plus I have a really bad trust issue. You were denying everything. You didn't want to be around me with my pregnancy. You never asked about your son. You never bought anything for your son. I have been paying everything for my son. Everything. Money I don't have for my son. And you haven't done shit. So I have a really big trust issue, so I don't know anything. But I mean, if he wants to see his son or see pictures of his son, I have no problem sending it to him. I mean, I don't want to keep Josh out of Jensen's life. I feel like, hey, like I said, it takes two to tango. This is your son. This is your firstborn son. This is my firstborn son. If you want to have a relationship with your son, I have no problem with that. I actually would love that. But I'm going to be cautious about it. I mean, I'm going to do everything I can for my son. So, yeah. But it's going to be a supervised. I'm also going to, once the DNA test comes back saying that he is the father, I'm going to go try to get full custody, which I don't think I have a problem with that. But, my only big scare thing is that with me doing the child support, I knew he was going to have a job because of the Army. But now I'm being told that he's getting chaptered out. He's not a specialist. He's not really going to have TRICARE. So I don't really know how I'm going to get paid pretty much for child support and how he's going to support his child. Because no matter what, he's going to support his child. Because I don't know if he's even going to get a job or what's going to happen after that. I know my mom's dealing with two guys right now not paying child support, so she had to do the same thing I'm doing, getting a child support application and stuff like that. So that's one of the things I'm really scared about, is that he's not going to pay child support. But I don't know. So I think that's going to be it for this video. If y'all have any questions, just comment them in the comment section. I'll answer them right there for y'all instead of just making another video. I gotta do my Q&A video right now after this. But like I said, PO box is in the description bar along with like Snapchat name. My email address is also down there. Yep, I think that's about it. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for being so positive. Thank y'all for making me feel so positive about this whole situation. Like I said, I did feel ashamed and really scared and all this kind of stuff. But y'all's words really, are very uplifting, and I really appreciate it. I'm really glad I have y'all as subscribers and stuff like that. So that is it for this video. Love y'all, and like I said, if y'all have any questions, comment them, and I'll answer them in the comments. So love y'all. Bye.